In this lesson, we will learn how to connect your mobile device to the Envoy's AP mode, as well as connect the Envoy to an internet connection. In this step, you will connect your mobile device to the Envoy using the Envoy's AP mode, and then connect the Envoy to an internet connection. AP mode is the wireless access point that the Envoy will create so that your phone can connect directly to the Envoy. This graphic shows the device icons and the connection status between them. The icon on the left is the connection between the phone and the Envoy using AP mode. The one on the right is the internet connection between the Envoy and Enlighten. The bottom one, which is currently a green check, is the connection between the phone and Enlighten. Remember, green checks are good, and anything else needs attention. To enable AP mode on the Envoy, briefly press and release the Envoy AP mode button on the face of the Envoy. The AP mode LED will turn green, indicating that the Envoy is in AP mode. Now that AP mode is enabled on the Envoy, it is broadcasting a wireless network that you can join. Connect to the Envoy's wireless network just as you would connect to any other Wi-Fi network. Locate your device's Wi-Fi settings and look for the Envoy's wireless network. The name will be listed as Envoy underscore and the last 6 digits of the Envoy's serial number. In this example, we can see that we are connected to Envoy underscore 033194. Once you're connected, return to the Installer Toolkit app and continue. In the Toolkit app, a green checkmark icon should appear between the phone and the Envoy. This shows that your phone is connected to the Envoy. Also notice that the bar at the top of the screen changed from orange to blue, again telling you that you're connected to the Envoy. Towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see that you have 3 methods to connect the Envoy to the Internet: Wi-Fi, Ethernet cable, or cellular, also known as Enphase Mobile Connect. In this example, we'll use Wi-Fi. Tap on the Wi-Fi section to see a list of available Wi-Fi networks. Select the Wi-Fi network you want the Envoy to use and enter the network password. Once connected and the Envoy has successfully communicated with Enlighten, you'll see a green checkmark icon appear between the Envoy and the cloud. Okay, now let's review this process. In this video, we'll look at how to connect to the Envoy using AP mode. Once you have added system details and the number of devices in the system, you can provision your microinverters, batteries, or ensemble devices. In order to connect to the Envoy in AP mode, tap Step 4 of the workflow, Envoy Connectivity, and verify that a green checkmark is shown between the Installer Toolkit, or the phone icon, and the Envoy. If you are not connected in AP mode, you can tap the How to Connect via AP Mode help link to get more information. To connect to the Envoy's Wi-Fi, navigate to your phone settings, turn on Wi-Fi, turn off cellular, and connect to the Envoy's Wi-Fi. After connecting to the Envoy, return to the Envoy connectivity screen. Confirm that a green checkmark is displayed between the Envoy and Installer Toolkit. You can also verify that the Envoy is communicating to Enlighten or the cloud icon. The Envoy can connect to Enlighten through either Wi-Fi, Ethernet, or cellular. You can configure which Wi-Fi the Envoy should connect to in order to establish connection with the Enlighten cloud. Select Wi-Fi and input the username and password of your home office Wi-Fi, and the Envoy will use this information each time it connects to Enlighten. If your Envoy is connected to the Internet through Ethernet or cellular, corresponding details will be shown. Once connected to the Envoy, you can provision devices, configure production and consumption meters, Step 6, and also generate a summary report from your Envoy. For additional information about these steps, please refer to our meter configuration and provisioning videos. Once you've got your Envoy connected, you can then start the provisioning process. Provisioning the Envoy is a step that will take the serial numbers that you've scanned previously and send them to the Envoy's database. The Envoy will use this database of serial numbers to pair with later, once the inverters get installed and powered on. This step will speed up the device discovery process when looking for them using the Powerline communications. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the button to start the process. When you start the provisioning process, the toolkit will send the scanned device's serial numbers to the Envoy. You'll see that the grid profile you set earlier has now been updated on the Envoy, and the devices have been provisioned. Here's a video of that process. In this video, we'll look at how to provision microinverters and storage devices in Installer Toolkit. Before you begin the provisioning process, be sure to add all system details and complete scanning of all devices to be provisioned. Refer to our videos on system creation and device scan to complete these prior steps if applicable. To provision your microinverters and storage devices, navigate to your system in Installer Toolkit and connect to the Envoy in AP mode. To verify you are connected to the Envoy in AP mode, tap Step 4 of the workflow, Envoy Connectivity, and verify that a green check displays between the Installer Toolkit, or the phone icon, and the Envoy. If you are not connected, navigate to your phone settings, turn on Wi-Fi, turn off cellular, and connect to the Envoy's Wi-Fi. After connecting to the Envoy, return to the Envoy Connectivity screen. Confirm that a green check mark displays between the Envoy and Installer Toolkit. Once you are connected, tap Start Provisioning Devices. Be sure to keep your device close to the Envoy during the provisioning process. The Provisioning Devices screen displays the steps executed by the toolkit. The toolkit verifies and updates the grid profile in the Envoy, then checks for outstanding tariff information that needs to be updated in the Envoy. After that, the toolkit starts the provisioning of all microinverters, batteries, and Q relays. You can return to the Devices and Array screen in your system to validate the status and details of each of your provisioned devices. Tap each of the devices to view the real-time data and status provided by the Envoy.